Hello, friends.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to another Flosstube with your...
With who? With your best friends.
Best friends.
With your best friends.
I didn't know where... I had nowhere to go with
you
that.
You had nowhere. You were crashing and burning.
I was.
Who are you, babe? Who are you?
Well, we are Autumn Lane Stitchery, and this is our Flosstube channel, where we talk about cross-stitch. And kind of just my drawings, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
All things cross-stitch and
yeah.
kind of art related.
Exciting stuff.
I guess. It's good stuff.
Very exciting
I am
stuff.
Aaron. This is my beautiful wife.
Oh, Cassandra.
Cassandra. And we are
Autumn
Lane Stitchery. I needed help. What is it? What is it?
Sorry.
Help me, help me. So, yeah. So we're going to talk about cross-stitch today. And it's going to hopefully blow your socks off.
Oh, snaps.
Lots of new stuff. So the last time we did a video was before the Needlework market. And that feels like ages ago. Even though it's been about a month.
I'm falling asleep. That's not a good sign.
I'm already barring you?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, so we'll talk about, we have some of the new releases that came out in leaflet form that the shops have right now. And we should have in our shop soon. Cassandra keeps yelling at me.
He's like, listen, it's because it's the empty promises
Linda?
thing that I always tell you. You always over-promise and under-deliver. You've literally been telling people, oh, mean.
For me.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's been telling people now, like, oh, when's your stuff going to be in your shop? And Aaron's like, oh, a week after Expo. It's literally a month now. And he's like, oh, I just want to make sure the shops have enough time to sell theirs.
We got to tell the truth. The PDFs are available, like I said.
Regardless.
So with
but you've been telling people, oh, it'll be available a week after Expo.
With like the Easter garden,
empty promises, my friends.
Like this one is available.
That is like my fave. I love that.
We'll talk about the other ones, but they are just not the leaflet ones. Which Autumn Town, I did say was going to be available.
You know what we should do?
It should have been. Gosh.
We should show that. Well, April didn't Andrea do the April?
Oh yeah.
April model.
No, she didn't do.
She did May.
No, she did February.
March.
Yeah. And March. March was a while ago.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll just figure it out right here on the video.
Yet. Okay. Well, just in case people want to start monthlies.
I know.
She's been doing them for us, so.
I know, which is amazing.
Yes.
But, so, we'll talk about all that shenanigans.
Yes.
Plus, I've been bobbinating our floss. Getting together so we can get like the big show. What am I looking for? Man, I can't think of anything today.
My brain doesn't work.
On the wall. We're going to get all the floss on the wall, so when I'm designing, I can just go and grab it and kind of see it, all the color families together. Here's
the funny thing. Aaron hates messes, and like we put Christmas stuff away, and he's always like, oh, the house is so nice and
does it not?
Decluttered. But you want a wall of cross-stitch floss. I can't think of anything more like...
It's all the colors, man. It's amazing.
Okay.
But not only, it's not just because of that. It's because it'll make the process of designing go 1,000 times faster.
Yeah.
The worst part of designing right now is I have a ton of pictures on Instagram and Facebook of our chaotic
probably the only
bags of floss.
Designing, though. That's probably your only bad thing about designing.
And it's not bad. I don't mind looking for the colors.
Yeah.
But it's just like I spend so much time because they're in bags and kind of in tubs or whatever. I just have to search forever. And when you can't find the one color,
apparently he rages.
I do. I rage. I rage so hard.
Man. It is. Can I just say?
Yeah, please. Tell
Aaron
me.
is very...
What? Tell him. What about me? What awesome thing?
Okay, if you actually met him in real life, yeah he's an artist. But Aaron is very like...
What? Awesome. Cool.
Just like... Fun. Like...
Amazing.
Like man ragey all the time. Just like, oh, I'm going to go punch this fridge. Like it's very weird to see.
What are you talking about?
His actual drawings, like when it's not cross stitch, is totally like comic booky. So like he'll draw this chick with like a waist that's like 3 inches wide and I mean like in real life, her proportions would be a 3-inch waist with like gigantic boobs.
What?
And like no bottoms on. Like you're just like such a dude. It's just kind of, it's very interesting. It's just very interesting to see that you can design this, but you literally will draw a comic book character of a girl with boobs the size of my head.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that.
Because no, it is really funny because like at the expo we had so many shops come to us and they're like, okay, now who does the designing? And it's like, it's just so, because like a lot
doesn't matter.
No, but a lot of couples who are doing it. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's just really interesting. But like a lot of couples who do it, the woman is the one who designs and the man does like all the back work, like who does the shipping and whatever.
Breaking the norms.
And it's like, oh no, I'm not the talented one here. It's my husband's. It's just very interesting that you're that you can design, seriously, that you can design like softer touch type of things. That's what I'm trying to say. You, looking at you like you've got big hairy man arms and you love like apparently boobs. Because that's what you draw.
That is not all I draw.
Okay, it is. We were.
What is happening?
We were going through an art book of his of stuff that he had drawn, and I was like, "Wow, well, you married the wrong woman because look what you're drawing." Anyways,
that's shenanigans. That's a lie.
I do now. I'm pregnant, but like nothing there. So, anyways, it's just interesting to see that you actually have a softer touch.
I do
as an artist, and that you can draw that.
You got the feeling.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's just interesting. I find it. Do you guys not find it interesting? I find it incredibly interesting. He's just like such a dude. Like he enjoys like UFC fights, like dudes beating each other up till they're bloody. Which I'm for some good violent movies, But like UFC was always like, oh my gosh, like such a shock to me.
Yeah, right. And the first time we met, she came over to watch a UFC fight, actually.
I came over.
And the whole time she's like, oh yeah, look at that. Like when they're wrestling on the ground.
It was awkward for me.
Because like, I knew this is awesome.
I knew my aunt's, or his kind of aunt and my best friend.
My aunt.
That they were hooking. She was hooking us. It was the same person that she was hooking us up. So me being very like, ooh, I knew what I was really there for. So I'm just so awkward.
There for a big hunk of man.
Yeah, and I was sitting next to a big hunk of man. Oh, speaking of big hunk of man, I was so lame that I was literally like, oh my gosh, his hairy man leg is touching me.
That's a lie.
This big man thigh dripping with
the whole time we were watching the fight, I was like,
it's just like,
she's driving me insane.
Dude, I clearly did something right.
The whole time she's like, oh, that's awesome. And just making comments on them rolling around.
I was trying to not pass out because it was so
What
violent.
are we doing?
I have no idea.
By the way, when I said we talked about Crossstitch, I lied.
It was a lie. Again! Overpromise, underdeliver. Aaron's tagline.
You suck so
Bottom Lane Stitchery. Overpromise and underdeliver.
Dude, you're the worst, man.
I am. Pregnant, I am the worst. True story. P.S. Shall we show the baby bump?
No!
Yes.
No.
This is Aaron's giant baby.
You guys.
This is halfway. Halfway.
Whoa. Wrong side.
Okay, it's on this side. Guys, this is halfway. Like, what? What is this baby? Oh, that's my phone. Decline.
Decline that.
What is this baby? Like, what is happening here?
It's a big old baby.
I always have big old babies, but
so
I'm like halfway.
She's almost 20 weeks, or about 20 weeks.
I'm 20
at
weeks.
this point.
I'm 20
So we actually have an appointment to go see the doctor next week and find out the gender, which will be good because then we can start getting all the clothes and that kind of stuff and get prepared.
You act like I get prepared for anything.
I know.
Yeah, right.
We still have.
I'll be like, oh crap, I should probably get this.
I mean, it might be just a mom thing, but she has hoarded all the clothes that were salvageable of all the kids. So whatever the gender is, we have everything.
I want
pretty much we
reused
need.
baby clothes though.
Then why are we keeping them?
Because I can't throw them away. My babies were in them.
You told me that so you can reuse them.
I tell you things all the time.
my
Like, oh, this stack of fabric that I just got was on sale for $20 for all of them. Like, I tell you crap all the time. Clearly it's a lie.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we have so much clothes from the kids, and I thought, oh yeah.
I can't throw them away. All I can see is like flashbacks of my baby wearing it, so sorry.
Or whatever, I guess.
Sorry.
That's a
Sorry,
fight
I'm
for
not
another
really sorry.
day.
Okay, so what are we doing?
All right, so
What are we
let's talk
doing?
about cross stitch. So
Okay.
that's just some shenanigans,
That is some shenanigans.
you guys. It's been a month since the last video, so we've had a few releases. The next version of the Dark Queen is out.
Part, not version.
Oh yeah, section.
next
That's what I was
section.
going for.
Okay,
Section.
yeah.
So, and we'll talk about all that. So, do you want to talk about what?
And I bought some stuff.
Cassandra bought
And
some
I'm going to
stuff.
show you my next project.
Shocker.
It's not Autumn Lane Stitchery.
Oh, the honeymoon phase with Autumn Lane Stitchery has faded for Cassandra. She's moving on.
And then I have a finish. I
Yeah,
have finished
you did.
something.
Congrats.
Besides,
Congratulations.
I was going to say something snarky. You're
Don't
rude,
say
but-
something. Don't do it.
Thank you. Okay.
My ego's already on the floor.
Right. All I do is freaking pawn over you. Worship the ground you walk on.
Okay, so let's talk about the Dark Queen first. Let's show this off. This
So,
next section.
we have moved to the lower half. The top half is officially finished.
It is coming
It
together,
is
you
official.
guys.
We are fighting. Okay, so it's the 9th. Erin hasn't given me and Leslie the next part
Coming.
because we're fighting over what part to do next.
Yeah.
Because it drives me nuts that this part that we just did with the trident. Oh, and we have to talk about because people want to kind of hear her story. Now that we've shown the trident, we can kind of show what's going on or tell the story of her.
Do you know the story?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You can talk
So
about
anyways, I want to get this finished over here before moving over, but he wants to do this finish the middle section bottom. And I was like, no, you have to do
that. I think it's so weird to just start on that side.
Why wouldn't it be? Why is it weird to start? Well, you're an artist. You hop all over where you want, but like you did women before you met me.
Wow.
But
That's a lie.
No, it's not. But anyways,
That's a lie.
So it's so weird to start this but not finish it.
You
Finish
guys,
that part.
listen, she's pregnant, man. So,
I am a little bit more saucy when I'm pregnant.
a little bit less of a filter.
I have
on
no
pregnant
filter when I'm
Cassandra.
pregnant. I am an
So-
a-hole.
Listen, I mean, that's all the time. But the filter.
I have an
But the
a-hole
filter.
when I'm pregnant.
So,
Oh,
just,
no filter.
bear with us a little bit.
Okay, so can you help me?
Yeah, what
Could
do
you
we
hold
do?
this for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so we kind of talked about this before. People wondered why we constricted her with the framing. Erin had talked about before by the little borders. Erin had talked about before how he was going for an Art Nouveau.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not fancy. I can't say
You're not
fancy words.
fancy.
But style, which when you see the whole thing, you'll be able to see this Art Nouveau where it has a border. This whole section is like this
You're
circle
starting to see it now.
thing. Yeah, you're starting to see it, the circle, and then you'll see the bottom. But you do this frame that you have by here. You'll notice you'll have some components that hop outside the frame, right? But then you will see that the orange coral is actually constricted by that same frame. So I believe all the components that are left to stitch, that all hops outside this frame. But when you see it all together, it will make sense. Because again, I know some people aren't stitching these. Well, you can see these cut off here. So
They line up with those things.
Yeah, they line up. So the orange lines up with these right here. So anybody who's choosing not to do the frame, not to
you do you.
not to point it out, but you're going to have these that are cut off, a rough edge cut off.
It's just going to be a straight line, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but
yeah, that's
whatever.
so that's what he was going with that. But yeah, we always say to each their own. You do what you want to do. But that's just continuing on with that straight border right there. Sorry, I'm trying to do this, but you need to rub my hand. It hurts. Okay, so anyways, so you can see this next section that we did the trident.
Yep.
And
some of the rest of the coral.
The rest of the coral.
Yep.
And so now we just really have just the bottom part.
So it's very sporadic right now, obviously, but
and beads.
Because there's parts of the design going in and out of the coral there.
We just couldn't give.
So, but yeah, so there's going to be You can see there's holes in the trident there. There's going to be some beads later on, or pearls or whatever.
Yeah.
So it'll be decorated a little bit later on as we go.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at right now. So
Yes.
what's the story behind
So her
it?
story is actually, she is the Dark Queen. She is
Yep.
evil.
Oof.
Or maybe not evil, just she basically just kicked or is it Poseidon's butt?
Triton, Poseidon, whatever.
Poseidon or
Aquaman?
or no. Cuz she would be all over him.
Wow.
She's a little saucy hooker.
Apparently.
But so that's what the trident is. So that's actually King or were we doing King Triton?
That's what I said, Triton.
Tritons.
Or Poseidon, whatever. It's
Whatever.
up to you.
Whoever the king of the sea is, minus Aquaman, because he's
Minus
just
Aquaman.
the hot babe of the sea. So she actually duked it out with him, and
We're gonna duke it out if you don't stop
so
the shenanigans.
the skull that is in the alternate version of this is actually his.
Yes.
So it's the skull of her enemy,
It is.
and that trident is also whoever the king of the sea is, whether King Triton or Poseidon or whoever you think it may be. So she just whooped his butt.
So
You're welcome
originally,
for not swearing.
the crown was supposed to tie into the trident and other elements that are coming in the future, but Cassandra changed that. So
Okay, but
we
well,
just changed the color and the design. a little bit.
Aaron initially was just going to do almost like she was manifesting
It's like
a
a kind
crown
of magic.
out of magic, out of that blue petite treasure braid into the blue. He was going to do a blue crown. So I know the hot thing has been to change the crown, which again, to each their own. That was what the initial thing was, is there wasn't actually going to be a tangible crown. She was like making one out of magic because I don't know why, but she was. So then I was like, well, I don't know if that'll make sense. And it actually might blend in a little bit too much to the fabric. So Aaron's like, well, we can make it gold. Then it'll tie into the borders pretty good. So then he just did this one.
It makes that yellow a little bit. So if you pull it up a little bit.
Yes, sorry.
Like people were thinking it was weird, those little corner pieces, like they stood out. But as you can start seeing with the trident and a little bit with the fish are a different yellow, but the yellow is now starting to fill out in the rest of the design.
Very nice.
But yeah, so that's part 8. We're coming up on part 9, and we are heading into the home stretch here.
Yes, it's a lot of stitching. There's going to be a lot of labor-intensive stitching the next couple months. But
I mean, we've said that before, and it hasn't really been.
Well,
So who knows?
It's pretty thick stitching down there.
There's quite a bit down at the bottom for the next 3 months, but
yeah.
the next 4 months. The last month,
9, 10,
I
11,
am excited about.
9, 10, 11. Backstitching will just be 12 along with beads. That's going to be, I feel like it was just like a thrown in month.
Why?
Because I
No
feel
way.
like 12, no, but I feel like there's not going to be a whole lot to do in 12. Besides backstitch. Well, all for skin will be backstitch.
All the stuff.
Oh, yeah. Just kidding.
There's a lot.
Just kidding.
There's a lot.
Well, if they do that version.
Which I am adamant about one thing in the stitch along, and part 12 is going to be it.
Oh, snaps.
But you can do what
You're going to
you
be
want.
adamant. You're going to start throwing people out of the group if they try to change your vision.
You don't
on the
do what I
12
want.
section. He's like, oh, you can change the face, you can change the
Do whatever
hair,
you want,
change
but-
the crown, change everything I've designed. I won't be offended by any of it. But you change what's coming up in section 12 and you're gone.
You're fired. You're fired. Do your stuff in.
All right, so awesomeness. Okay, so next up, I'm going to show this. I'll show my.
Also,
yes.
Before we go, we have to say thank you to everybody who's a part of the stitch along.
Huge thank you.
Been amazing.
Hugest of thank yous.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Should we address this now?
No. Is it good or bad?
No, we've been considering. So many people have talked about considering another stitch along.
Oh yeah.
There's just a lot of factors involved with. People want almost like a series, like she's water, and people want different. We want a fire one, which all of our animals are like Avatar characters, and if we have a girl, it might be named Korra, which is from Avatar: Legend of Korra. I'm not talking the blue people; we're talking the cartoon here. But So yeah, so there's people have been talking about that, or having like a Dark King of the Seas, and which I imagine would look like Aquaman.
It would be a manly, definitely.
A very masculine,
he would be a king,
dripping with testosterone.
Oh my gosh! All right. Anyway,
and then we would answer the question of.
Don't do it.
Never mind.
Yeah, don't do it.
How do mermaids and mermans reproduce?
Are we going to answer that question?
We can have a little lift up that you can cross stitch on like a man skirt.
Oh my god.
You lift it up and we'll answer that question for you.
No, we won't.
Yes, we
Get
will.
back on topic here.
Sorry. Okay, so dude, I'm pregnant. Hormones, man. Kiss my butt. So anyways, a lot of people have been talking about that. There's just so
You're making
much.
me blush.
There's just so, I think I've said this before, there's so much back work. Just the amount of, like just sending out the stuff is not a big deal. But, daily Erin spends a couple hours, usually 1 to a couple hours resending people emails of parts that they haven't gotten.
Well,
it's just a lot. It's a lot of extra
we're
stuff.
gonna end up probably doing another one in some form or fashion, but we're definitely gonna switch up how we're kind of giving it to people, because what we've done with Etsy, so Etsy only allows you to have a certain amount of downloads. So what we did is we have like the welcome email, and then there's like the first 3 sections we have included in the Etsy download. Yeah. And then, but now we're going on part 9. So if I don't update that, and I can't just update the file, because this just isn't, oh, here's the design, I'll give you an update to it each month. We have 2 different faces. We have 2 different, so chest sections. Like there's like so many choose your own adventure parts that I can't just go and update the file.
Well, and they limit the size too. So they limit the amount of downloads we have to give you guys, and they update, or we only have a big enough size. So
I could figure it out, but it's going to take a ton of work, and it's just like, I put it that much work in there, or do I just send it to the people? So
basically what we were saying is, so Erin spends so much time on the Dark Queen, just back stuff, that like if it was just a simple here's this section, boom, send it out, and like everybody magically gets it, and everybody magically saves it. But it's not that. If it was just that, he'd be able to design a bunch of other stuff. This literally takes place of a lot of, like, I would literally say 75% of his month is spent.
No, not that much.
Whatever.
Quite a bit of time, though.
I'm not talking like designing time. So basically, you haven't seen him put out us. I'll say us.
Yeah, thank you.
We haven't seen us put out anything of significant size, because there's no time with how much the back stuff, the stitch along takes.
There's that. So and I have been doing.
You keep derailing me.
Sorry.
Can you just let me finish my thought? It would be great. Thank you.
Yes.
So anyways, so what I'm just trying to say is, for us to be able to go on and do another stitch along, it's going to be another year of him not being able to release anything except small things besides the stitch along. Well, so that's what I was just trying to say is, like, he has big ideas. Like, I've talked about this.
I'm just kidding.
Kill you. I've talked about this witch that I've been wanting him to do, that he drew 5 years ago.
That was literally the first drawing I did. Like, I could design this, and I was like, I should probably wait, because
we talked about her, the sexy witch. Like, I just had someone on Etsy say, please tell me that's coming out this year, and I'm like, I've been waiting for that for like 5 years. Like, it's just, so to do another stitch along, there's so much back work behind it that there's
that's why
little chance of him releasing anything that's bigger than like a little ornament, which is why, if you've been wondering why he has only been putting out like ornaments and really tiny things, that's why. There's just like not really a whole lot of time to do anything else besides the stitch along. So that's what I was just trying to say, is that we want to continue with stitch alongs, and we still may.
We will.
But he's got to figure out a better way. And I mean, we've had so many people, a lot of people will message us and say, hey, how about this idea? How about this idea? And so, I mean, we have multiple ways. And he is he's in a group with a bunch of other cross-stitch designers where they throw ideas off of each other. So we have the means and the ideas behind it, but whatever we end up
doing. That's what we
doing.
do. Well, that's the thing is going forward, we'll adjust it so we're not spending so much time doing it.
Yeah.
But
so that
we're kind of stuck in our
things.
ways here on this one.
Yeah. If we try, you try to change it up 1 month and it was like a crap storm. You changed up how you sent it.
Yeah.
And it was like a crap storm.
Everybody's like, no.
Nope.
Don't do that.
Nope. So he tried. So anyways, we'll see. I mean, like I said, he wants to continue it. He likes the ideas of either dark king or the elements. But I mean,
love doing the elements. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. But see, my idea is why can't you just release it ourselves and with a pattern form?
Because people like the mystery aspect of it. Oh, and to be honest, if I just released it in pattern form,
it wouldn't sell as well.
No, it wouldn't. I wouldn't do like 2 faces, and I wouldn't do all that extra
but would
stuff.
you necessarily do that now each time?
Yeah.
The only reason why you did multiple choices here was because Leslie wanted a risque, meaner version, and I wanted a prettier, nice version.
No, I love the choose your own adventure. I want to do much more of that stuff.
Oh man, you are.
Glutton for punishment?
Yeah.
I love that stuff. It makes it like a lot funner. I wouldn't say 10 times more funner, but probably a lot more than that. It makes it a lot more fun to kind of choose what you want, and people get to use their creativity in that kind of stuff. So I can give you a drink.
Come bring me water, please.
So like with the give thanks and the autumn leaves, like how you can intertwine these. I love doing stuff like that. I think it's awesome.
Well, and actually, to continue on. So this is, again, one of the things that I've been waiting for is, where's Springo?
Sprino.
Where is she? Where is she at?
The booklet or?
Stop growling at me, you jerk. The dog.
The dog. So our husky, if you touch her back legs or her butt, I think it's on the fireplace, she will growl at you.
No, we're talking about my model I did.
Oh, it's in the drawer. You need to let me grab it if that's what you're getting. You're gonna show them that the dog destroyed it or what?
Well, no, I was gonna go and
Okay.
So spring blossoms.
Spring blossoms.
So
yes.
this has been a topic of conversation for us for actually a little bit.
We're like so tangent. Just like all over the place.
This was like
man.
Tangent. Okay, so I love this pattern.
I love it.
Our dog showed it. So
you guys, how she spent so much time on this.
So much time.
And the dog got it. Can you believe it?
He got it. And there's holes.
Oh my gosh.
And there's dirt and grass stains and I know
we came home and it was in the yard, you guys.
Holes. He didn't chew up any of the stitching.
It was Naga, wasn't it? Or was it Clyde?
It was either Clyde or Naga. I think it was Clyde. Gosh. So, and there's like mud right here.
So it could be salvaged.
It can be salvaged, yeah. So like he didn't get any of the stitching, he or she,
like
whatever animal got
close.
it. Yeah. But, and I know you can, I know what you do is like unravel the side. You can unravel the side and then weave it through where the holes are. However, let me just tell you, this may be, but don't freak out if you've bought this pattern.
Don't freak out.
This kind of goes along with this. It was just like a side thing because we were talking about how much Dark Queen takes up of your time. And then we were talking about choose your own adventure type of things. Okay. So I love this pattern.
I don't care. I love that we're on pattern.
I will say,
I don't care.
Aaron has always, he keeps looking at it and I love the writing. I love it.
I hate,
no, he hates the hat.
Well,
he hates that hat. But anyways, because this was very early for you.
That was my first big one.
This is his first big one that he's ever had.
Yeah. That gets left in there.
Cut. I said a really inappropriate joke. Yeah, okay, back to this. So this is Aaron. So the hat's always bugged him. And we always talk about how we don't think this isn't a huge seller for us.
So the hat, meaning I could have faded that a lot better. I didn't do a great job fading that. And that drives me insane.
Okay, so the other thing is he thinks this didn't sell well because of the lettering. Well, we had talked about before having a spring, summer, fall, winter, okay? Yeah. Don't worry if you've bought this pattern and you like the writing. We'll still keep you guys accommodated, okay? So what Aaron wanted to do, because he said, well, let's do this. You can unpick here and down or whatever. He can fill it in and we'll see if it's a big seller. And I was like, well, now that it's destroyed, you hate the hat. Let me just restitch the thing because I enjoyed it. And honestly, it was, what did I stitch this last year?
No, like
2 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, because
a while ago.
well, I was thinking I was working on her at Kings Canyon, but last year I was working on whatever.
This is a couple years ago at least.
So, so I was like, I'll just restitch it. You can fix whatever you want to fix, and I'll stitch it without the writing, and then we'll retire this pattern. But basically, we're talking about releasing it without the writing, like for the future, all seasons, releasing them without the writing, but then having like an add-on pack or including or whatever where you have the writing in there, so that again, anybody who's stitching this and loves the
kind of
the writing
saying
on
what
there,
season it is,
we'll still have it in there, so it will be like a double type of pattern.
Yeah, so that's not going away.
You guys will be accommodated. I promise you, we won't change that because I can't imagine anything more frustrating than doing this and like only having spring because the designers decided to stop doing the writing. Yeah. So
no, I love the idea.
Yeah.
I just don't know if other people like the idea.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, because this hasn't sold well. And honestly, I love her. I love that freaking field that she's in with flowers and her dress, how it's just like flat on front, but like, you know, like you can tell there's a wind because we've got some leaves blowing and her hair's kind of being lifted up behind her. And that dress is doing the same thing.
This is very, like the Dark Queen, this is also inspired by that Art Nouveau style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do like
even
that
the
style.
Hair, like the hair is kind of, resembles that style a little bit, but definitely the frame and her kind of popping out of the frame. Very Art Nouveau? I don't know how to say it.
But
Nouveau?
so, yeah, so once we actually sell out of the pattern, of the hardcover pattern, we're not going to reprint that. I think we might just have it. I don't know how we're going to do that. We got to figure it out, but So anyway.
So she's going to restitch that eventually.
Eventually.
It's already recharted,
I
actually.
love it, though. I love it.
I recharted it a long time ago just because I wanted to fix it, but...
Okay, so let me just show this last one, then you can take over.
No, go ahead.
So this is my finish for the season. I love this one. So this is, of course, see, these colors, I have tried to do like work in progress shots of this, and the colors are so bright and fun in real life, but it's like I could never get a great shot, even editing the colors. But yeah, so this is our Easter tree. And this was actually, see how bright and vibrant, these colors just make me so happy. So this is actually PS on a hand dyed by Rolanda on Etsy. Rolanda! Shout out to Rolanda.
Look how awesome with all the pinks.
Yeah. And see, this actually, the other side of the fabric, I was going to use to stitch this. So
Easter garden. That'd be awesome on there too.
So her fabric will be fully used up. I didn't cut it just so I could make it tight on the Q snaps, but I will when we go to the other one. But anyway, so this is Easter Garden, but this is actually years ago on our first cruise, our first LuLaRoe cruise in 2018.
Yep.
2018. We had shown a picture of me on our Instagram stitching on our balcony. And it was actually this that I had started. And we told this story before, but just quickly, it was actually this that we started. And I was like in a swimsuit, and you saw the beautiful ocean in front of me. And I had started this, but then Aaron decided he wanted to change it a little bit, change the size of it.
It was way too big.
It was way too big, so he made it smaller.
Yeah, I made it smaller.
And then also, and I didn't get, I maybe got 50 stitches in, and then I realized when I was trying to get it done, or I was trying to pick it up to start again.
What's on the plane ride home?
No, on the plane ride home, yeah. I was going to work on it, and I realized that I had done the orientation wrong. So it was going to run out of fabric. So I was like, well, screw this. So anyways, I restarted it. But so it's kind of like this has been a project of mine since, and I don't like to have multiple projects going on at once, which is why stitch alongs drive me insane. I can't.
Is it monogamous?
I
Very
can't.
monogamous stitcher?
No, I like stitching one thing, getting it done, getting progress done, and just like it drives me nuts to have multiple projects going on at a time. And I have multiple projects. I think like my only exception would be like a chatelaine, but it drives me insane. So anyways, I had this done, and the colors are so bright and fun and cheerful and amazing, and it's just not showing up well. This makes me super happy.
Yeah. It's coming out pretty good. That looks pretty good.
I love it.
It's still not. It's a little bit more vibrant in person, but
it's
they're showing up pretty
amazing. Good. I love this one. So that's Easter Tree.
Easter Tree.
And I had planned to finish it before Easter, but I got really busy last couple weeks. And yeah, I wanted to start Easter Garden next, but I decided that there's been a project that has been calling to me. For like probably a year now, and I keep putting it to the side because
I know it's one of mine.
It's not, but I've been like, every time I don't start one of Erin's projects, I'm like, well, that's dumb because we need to have our stuff, you know, on display. But I'm finally sick of it. I want to stitch Easter Garden, and it's calling to me, but something else is calling to me more, and has for a year. So I'm gonna stitch this other thing, at least start it. Because of course I'll be working on Dark Queen for the next couple months. Did we ever think of how in the world I'm supposed to keep up with that stitch along when I pop out a human being?
The stitch along will be over when you pop out a human being.
No.
Yeah. The last part comes out in August.
Oh, just kidding. I will have just about to pop out a human being. Okay.
Be right in time. Be a celebration. What a month it will be. New baby and the stitch along will be done.
And I'll be 38.
38 years young, am I right?
Yes.
Still looking beautiful as ever.
Adorable. Okay, so anyways, that is my Easter tree.
Are you going to tell them about the thing that you're going to stitch, or are you just going to leave it hanging?
Well, I didn't want everybody to be like, wow, Cassandra, why don't you say something? Okay, this project, you guys, I have been wanting to stitch for at least a year. So you guys know my first love. I was gonna say my only love, but I love Autumn Lane Stitchery. So like my one true love was always Mirabilia's. Andromeda is what I want to stitch next, and I have wanted to stitch her. I remember pulling out my fabric stash and just trying to figure out the fabric to stitch her on, which I may have figured it out, but I still don't know. I'll have to re-pull out all my fabric, which will probably take like 4 days for me to figure out what fabric to stitch her on. But
it's part of the fun though, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, so yeah, Andromeda is what I've been wanting to stitch. I've had her all ready to go in this bag forever. These are the bags they give you when you're local to 123stitch.com. They put them in these bags. Because,
subtle flex. That's right. We're around the corner from 123
We just go pick up our cup. But anyways, so I am excited because I've been wanting to stitch her for a while. Now, I know her story because I know it's like a Greek mythology, Andromeda. But to me, which she's like being sacrificed, basically. She's chained to that rock. And she's going to get killed by it. Yeah. You can't see a chain, but that's like the story.
Oh.
Her name's Andromeda. Anyways, I assume because she's
sitting on that rock.
It says this design inspired by Greek myth of Andromeda. So anyways, Andromeda, this is my worthless art degree, worthless English degree coming out. But anyways, she's chained to that rock because her parents put her there, and she's going to get killed by a sea monster. But anyways, some dude comes and saves her. I can't remember who.
The Dark King.
I can't remember. Anyways, so she is basically chained to that rock. But to me, this is a very like sad, romantic type of pattern where she's just like, it almost looks like she's just like longing for like a dude to come and show him her chest hair, his chest hair. Oh, that would be awkward if she had chest hair. But anyways, so I see her stitched on a lot of really pretty fabrics. To me, I wanted almost like a dark, not dark, but, and I know that she's sitting on this dark rock, but there's enough of this white like splashes around her to, I think, keep that rock separate. But I wanted to stitch her on, this is one that, I mean, I have it with it. This is one of my favorite fabrics of all time. And I probably own 5 pieces, but it's it's Fabrics by Stephanie, hand-dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, Loki.
She's not kidding, y'all.
I probably have 5 of Loki.
She had me even get more at Nashville last year.
Well, and we
It's
have...
like if you go to her room and tell her I want one.
We have to... Yeah, but she just happened to give you Loki. I love Banshee too. But anyways, it's just a very interesting fabric where it will have these random like light patches like that right there. I love that. And it happens a lot on the, like it's just randomly, like it'll be like this darker, I mean, it's a bright fabric, but it'll just be like this darker fabric, but then like this patch of like that really cool, like bright turquoise. So, I pulled this one out, but we need to do one on that one because I told her we'd do fabric on one of hers, or a pattern on one of hers. But anyway, so I wanted this almost like a darker, not almost like nighttime. I don't know what I'm going for. That's the problem. But like I said, she looks pretty on a lot of lighter fabrics.
You need to go for what's inspiring you.
Yeah, I just want her to be like, I just want it to be like a sad. I want her to be sad. I want her to freaking be sad.
Somber?
Yeah, I want this somber feel, just a darker feel. And she's just sitting there. Like, I know she's like clutching like her dress or whatever. The stuff coming off her dress, but it's almost like she's like clinging to her heart. Like she's like trying to hold herself together because she's just waiting for you to show up.
That is
the
sad.
Love of her, right?
Good grief, Charlie Brown.
That's what this...
Why don't you make it a little more sad?
This, right? She's really sad. That's what this just like gives off to me, is this very beautiful, romantic, sad feel. And that's what I want to do with a fabric. I want it a little bit darker just because I feel like it. Okay?
Do what you want.
What I say goes. So anyways, but I'm excited. So we'll see if I actually finish this when we record our next Flosstube in like 6 months after I've popped out a human being.
Show you the finish.
We'll see if I've done it. But I've been wanting to stitch her for a freaking like 2 years.
Just
and
start the dang thing, man.
I can't, because then you're like, oh,
Oh
it's okay.
my
We'll just pay someone to do our models. In other words, for you to enjoy yourself, we have to pay somebody.
Yeah.
That's what that means to me. So anyways, but like I said, I really want to stitch Easter Garden, but I really want to stitch this also. And this came first, so.
Chicken or the egg?
Crap, son!
Okay, so before you start showing off all that other
Who
stuff.
brought me water?
We'll
No,
show
it was
that
your turn.
at the end. So at Nashville, which by the way, Nashville was awesome. It feels like so long ago to even talk about now, but Nashville was, or not Nashville, the Needlework Expo was the online wholesale show, and it actually turned out really good. There was a lot of technical difficulties, but I don't know, it's just whatever. The site didn't allow like iPads and stuff like that, so there was some technical difficulties, but ended up being fine. Everybody had a good time. Everybody liked how the format and everything after it was all said and done. So I think there will definitely be more. But it went really well. We released, like Cassandra said, we released Easter Garden for the show. It's showing up a little bit darker on camera than it actually is.
It's so dark right now.
So we released that. So that is, we do have the PDF of that in our Etsy shop. I'm going to put up all these leaflets here shortly. I mean, I'm not in a rush with this one, obviously, because it's after Easter and Cassandra don't get
You're
her
going to put
started.
them up shortly?
Yes.
Does shortly mean like 8 months away? Because that's what my bets are.
Shortly means I'm not giving you a time frame. I'll do it when I want, because you're pregnant and I'm boss. So the Easter leaves, the give thanks and autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. With those both came out, which you guys, these are amazing because they're interchangeable. I friggin' love that idea. We may be doing more of something like this in the shortly.
Are we?
Meaning whenever we want. Yeah.
Are you working on stuff? He always works on stuff I have no clue about. That's all he does.
I'll say it. The Christmas one.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. So, and then the booklet, the leaflet of this one came out. And I love the booklet of this because my favorite part of this one is the background here. And I incorporated that into the booklet, the back of the chart here. So, which we do with all of them. Here's give thanks. And then, look, it's a little feast.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have shown the...
Did I show it? I don't think I did.
He showed the...
We'll see. And then...
color version.
Autumn Town has finally...
That has been a surprisingly big
it's done
seller.
Well.
Like, I love it. He loves it. I told him it's because it's almost like this, what's the word? Primitive theme. Primitive freaking cross stitches sell amazing. Like primitive themes.
Yeah, so this
one.
one's
I feel
amazing.
like that's almost like a primitive type of look. I love it.
I like this one just because it has the sketch.
Yeah. Do you think you should
sketch
do a like 4th of July one? Because we've talked about doing all seasons. We're doing all seasons for that, friends. All seasons. They're going to be different towns.
TBD.
But they're going to be that same. They're going to be that same look. But
you guys hate me. Cassandra hates me.
I love you dearly, but the fact that I have to wait for like 10 years for stuff drives me absolutely up the wall.
Well, it's not fair for you because you see it.
I see it so.
And we've showed everybody these drawings that I've done.
And it's like I've seen them.
So
like
everybody
2
else is
years
now
before
waiting too. Should never show you any of this stuff.
No, you should not. P.S. Coming up, stash acquisition.
So also, this half come out. So the Easter bunny.
Yes.
This pattern is available. Obviously, it's after Easter, but he's part of the whole the Santa Claus and Frosty, like the little Santa and Friends is what I'm calling him. So he came out before Easter, and I don't think did he come out before?
Yes.
Before the last video?
No.
I don't know. I'll show you. I don't know if we showed him off last time, but he also, the Mr. Finnegan, I don't know. Maybe we did, because Mr. Finnegan is the best name ever.
You love that?
I love that.
We were trying to figure out what name to do. Did we talk about this? And
I don't know.
I was thinking about Seamus Finnegan from Harry Potter.
And
like,
she said
Finnegan.
that name, and I was like, Mr. Finnegan. It's the best name ever.
But then he thought of Phineas Finnegan.
Phineas Finnegan. Is that not the best name?
So he would rename it if he could. But it's already out as Mr. Finnegan.
So, and then Santa is finally available in our Etsy shop, PDF. And Frosty will be up.
He just has to make the PDF.
If this video comes out during the weekend, it might be up. He is going to be out within, we're filming this on Friday. Next day or two, he's coming to the Etsy shop. So all those have come out as well.
Very nice.
So like Cassandra said, we're doing a lot of I really like doing the ornaments because I like doing characters. So they're quick and easy for everybody to stitch, and they're easy, I guess.
They're hard. It's hard for me when he does those because I don't like stitching small stuff. I don't like smalls. I like to stitch the big stuff.
So here's a question.
So he has me wenching in his ear, but everybody loves them, I swear.
Do you have a preference? Do you like stitching like bigger designs like Cassandra, or do you like stitching smaller, quicker designs, or do you like doing a mix of both?
Well, even like this.
Let us know.
This is like the smallest to me.
That's
this
like a medium, though, no?
But to me, this is small because I don't like stitching like ornaments. I don't like stitching small
That took
stuff.
a while.
It did because I work.
That's not necessarily a small. The small are like the ornaments.
To me, that's like the smallest that I like to work on. That's what I'm trying to get here.
Gotcha. Well, I'm trying to get everybody's opinion.
Right.
So the ornaments are like a small.
Everyone will probably agree with you because those little smalls sell really well.
I know. That's why I'm curious if you guys prefer doing the smalls because you don't want to spend a whole lot of time. Because honestly, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
Especially like with the Dark Queen and like the spring one. Like those take a long time to stitch. So would you rather, do you like stitching those, or do you like doing a small, or do you like to mix it up? Let us know. I personally am very curious as a designer.
As a consumer of your designs.
Yeah.
What?
Can we, so honestly, because like the geisha.
I'm trying to get him to overpromise on something.
The geisha hasn't done as well as I thought it would do.
No.
I think it's a great design.
Yeah.
But it hasn't sold as well as some of like the smaller ones.
Yeah.
And it's honestly like, from my point of view, why would I waste so much time doing that if it's not gonna sell?
Yeah.
I mean, as a designer, I personally love doing that stuff because I love characters. I love concepting.
You could probably put out 6 or 7 of those little mini ornaments in the time that it would take you to design.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I love doing those. So I'm not going to stop doing that. Don't think I'm going to stop doing those because that's what I really love doing, that kind of stuff. But anyway, just curious. What were you going to say now? Sorry.
I was going to try to see what you were going to put out next because I want to know. Because there's communication in marriages, not in ours. So like he'll be working on something. He'll be like, oh yeah, I'm working on this. I'm like, I've never seen that before. He's like, yeah, I showed you like 3 months ago. I'm like, no, you didn't. So you never showed me anything.
As little communication as possible is how you don't hate each other.
Dude, no.
Get some distance.
No, but for real, okay, you're seriously onto something because we're together all day, every day. Like, we both work from home. So I think you're onto that, like not checking in every 5 seconds. Like, Aaron, what you doing? What are you working on? Like I'm your warden or something.
Well, it's so like when you go to work, I don't know, absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? As they say. So like when your significant other goes to work and then when they get home, you've missed them all day.
Right. Like kids in school.
I'm sitting right there. So all she has to do is come over and just nag me, or I mean, like talk to me.
It sounds a lot like this.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding, obviously. But, you know, it's like, yeah. Here's the thing. I don't have a studio either. My art desk is in our front room. So it's not like I'm off in my studio or anything like that where she's not hanging out with me. I'm literally just next to the couch in the front room so she can come hang out, which is awesome.
I come and stare at him.
Truly, it's a blessing being able to work from home. But yeah, so we joke.
We've been doing this for how many years? Clearly, you love me dearly.
When I left the game studio to help her with LuLaRoe, it was 2018 or 2017.
I don't remember.
It's
2018.
I think it was 2018.
It's 2018. We're 3 years now.
3 years I've been working home.
So, like, clearly, you must like me, and I must like you a little bit.
You're the best. You're the best. So those are some of the new patterns that we have in leaflet form and.
Kate, can I talk now? Gosh, yes. It's like you never stop talking.
We also put out the needleminders.
Oh yeah, the needleminders.
I don't know if I said it, but anyway.
We have cute needleminders. Okay.
Check our Etsy shop.
Okay.
Whatever. Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah. Do you want me to do one? Do you want me to do a summer one of those, Cassandra?
Okay, but
is it too late to do a summer one?
No, but listen.
Okay.
4th of July.
Yeah.
Have like
AKA
a bunch of
summer.
cool no, because we already have to have a summer one. I'm trying to get you to do
a separate one,
themed ones of specific holidays.
Okay.
So you have this awesome autumn town. What if you had this awesome like coastal? I'm thinking. See, this is how we throw ideas. An awesome, like I think of it in my head. I can't draw it, and I try to draw it,
Linda.
And he makes fun of it and like shows people, and everyone makes fun. I'm just kidding.
This is how I get art directed.
This is how I art direct him. Okay, but look, I'm thinking like a coastal city.
Yeah.
And like, but like you have, like like the old like a fence thingy.
Tell me all
What's
about
in
it,
front
Cassandra.
of houses, like fences or like eaves or whatever, where people put the old flags that are like banners, like the half circle banners. Hanging from some of those houses, and like you have flags waving and stuff. That wouldn't.
What's the houses like?
Like
are they like Victorian? Not Victorian
looking.
What am I thinking? Not Victorian. Like, what's the word? Like the white houses and with those banners. Colonial. There you go.
Old
Is
colonial,
there like colonial
town.
type houses?
See, that's what I'm thinking. But like for 4th of July,
you're onto something.
It would suck because we have a lot of non-American customers, so that would suck. But I would love a 4th of July.
I could do something. I can somehow. Well, you can make it colors of your own country of origin.
Yeah.
Or you can just do red, white, and blue. It doesn't necessarily have to be whatever.
Yeah.
Do what you want, man.
That would be.
It's your life.
Dude, I just
not even designed yet.
Fun. Because I've never. Besides Nora's Lady of the Flag, I've never stitched a patriotic type of one, but I have so many patriotic patterns, but I like old vintagey patriotic patterns. So that's why I'm like thinking like some older, like, I don't know. Anyways, that's how Aaron gets art collected. So he's going to draw it, and I'm going to say that's crap, change it, and then he'll change it, and then it'll look amazing.
Facts.
Because he's got to please me, or I can make his life a living hell.
Too late.
You are so mean.
You set yourself up for that one. Come on.
I did.
But I do have
amazing.
a ton of ideas for fall and Christmas.
Could you like an Ozark type of city?
Dude, I'm all
where
about
everyone's
that
like on boats
and on drugs.
On drugs.
I'm thinking Ozark the show. So
Ozark the show.
If you live in the Ozarks, I'm not.
Dude,
saying
that'd be awesome. We want to come visit. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
I want to go.
That show looks.
We
I
should
love
take
it.
a trip
To the Ozarks,
and hopefully see Jason Bateman.
Dude,
and then I
Jason
can say,
Bateman.
you remind me of my husband. Doesn't it kind of look like Jason
No.
Bateman? Aaron looks like a mix between
Maybe
Mark
when I'm not
Wahlberg
overweight.
and Mark Wahlberg and Jason Bateman.
Like an out of shape Jason Bateman.
I love Jason Bateman.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But I love, you just remind me of a mix between the two.
So, okay. I have started
What have you started?
bobbinating. Well, we talked about it. So I've started bobbinating the
Snaps.
floss. Come on, baby. Give it to me.
He's going to show you his drilling skills.
Look, I'm not going to actually do the drill. I'm just going to show you what I've been doing.
Oh, why not?
So I've been
You should show us.
bobbinating. Oh, and I got a little complaint.
You did?
Not unlike Aaron Houston.
You got a
little
complaint?
bit. I do. No, I have one.
Oh, you have a complaint.
So I've been bobbinating. So this is how I've been
That way.
bobbinating the floss. So this one's $8.92. So I just write it on there. Instead of doing a sticker, I use a Sharpie marker and just write it on the card.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We got plastic ones from Hobby Lobby.
yeah. So I know there's a whole bunch of, like, people are making cool bobbins and
Yeah.
you know, there's all sorts of stuff, but we've gotten it's the Yarnology from Hobby Lobby.
That's your favorite.
And they work good. So here's my complaint. DMC. The DMC bobbins, the hole, and I didn't open this one. I should have grabbed one that already opened. But the hole on this is too big. Like, if you're going to hang this, the hole goes beneath the line here where, you know, where you're like, where the thread starts going on the bobbin. So the hole is partially covered up, and you can't write on these. They leave you like a little space to write the number, but it's freaking tiny as crap. And I don't know what you would use to write on there, DMC, but I tried like 3 different markers, like
He has like art.
I have a bunch of art, like inking pens and stuff like that. Every one of them just comes right off. So with these Yarnology ones, one side is a little more matte, and the other side is very slick, which is cool because they kind of give you the option whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And I use the matte side, and I've been using a Sharpie to write the number on there, and it's been working great. But, so when I started, Cassandra got me this little pink bad boy to match my personality.
Like to match your personality.
So I'm, you know, it's just to bobbinate your floss. I took it apart because I'm going to show you how I've been doing it. But, you know, normally you can stick this on something to hold it still, but then you just wind it. But the bobbin doesn't stay on, so I'm trying to get mine to look super, you know, uniform and tight and clean on there. And if you're just not really worried about it, it's not a big deal, but you gotta like try to stick this on something, hold the thread so it stays tight, and then wind it, and it's just a giant pain in the butt. So I looked on YouTube how to do it with the drill, because I saw somebody doing it with the drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the thumbnail. A little behind the scenes action right there.
Oh my gosh.
So what I did is I'm not going to take it out of the drill because I got nice and snug in there and I don't want to destroy it. So this little thing here is connected to the bobbin, and you can just pop it out. Maybe we'll do a video of how to actually do it, but you can just search it on YouTube.
No.
So you pop this off of the bobbinator is what I'll call it, because that's a fun thing. And then all you do is stick it, so you have it right here, and then you just stick it in the dealio. And then you have this little pin that goes on the bobbinator as well, like normally, and you just stick it on there. And then that stays on there nice and snug. You can see that. And then you just use the drill and then I can just, so I unwind my thread all the way that way, because if you don't, it gets tangled and it's a giant pain in the butt to sit there and have to untangle every single one. It drags out the process. So then you just hit the drill and I'll be holding my thread so I can keep it nice and snug. And then it just winds it right up. Takes about friggin' 30 seconds or so, or less on each one. And then, so I've been doing it that way. I also saw somebody do it on a sewing machine, actually.
I saw that.
They put it on the bobbin and they wrap the thread around the threader, and then just and do it super quick that way too.
About the tension in that though that people were talking about.
So, but I'm doing that because, like I said, I can have all the thread on the wall in like the color families, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it color coordinated or by number, but then I can just see all my colors really easy, and it'll make the designing process go way faster.
I'm excited for you to get this done.
So it's a job though. There's like 450 DMC colors or something.
You need to have like a checklist going.
I do. I started writing them down or else I'll go crazy. Yeah.
Well, you should just print out a list of DMC flosses.
I need to. There's a couple online, and then just start knocking them, crossing them off. But so I started doing that. I'm only about 50 in so far. I'm trying to do a little bit each day, but the day gets away from you. But DMC, I don't know. It's up to you. It's whatever you like to do, but I don't really like these, like I said, because the hole is too big. On these Yarnology ones, the hole is smaller, and it's above this line of where the where the thread would go. So you can see it's above it. And with the DMC one, I actually did one of them. I can't find it. But the thread was covering the hole. So, and plus it's all, you can't ride on it. So no thanks, DMC bobbins.
Why do we still have that? Why didn't we take that back to Michael's?
I don't know. So that's my bobbinating story. So yeah.
That's a great story.
Yeah. So thanks.
Thank you for telling me your story.
So do not recommend the DMC ones, but do you? I don't want to tell you what to do.
You still didn't answer my question.
What?
What are you working on to release next?
No, there's some summer designs. I have some more of the character ideas, but we need to get some summer / patriotic designs.
That's what I was thinking.
But I can do
like a summer.
I can also do like a summer town.
Like the free. Well, he's gonna start releasing the monthlies because we keep promising people the monthlies.
And so with the monthly patterns, we have up to May done, which I can show that.
Go ahead.
So we have up till May already charted. And our friend, she's our friend now.
Oh, she is our friend. She became visiting.
Andrea is stitching them for us. So
she's very nice.
She's already stitched January, February, March. Wow, she stitched all 3 of those for us, actually.
And she's having me send her April.
So,
and she's going to stitch Love Girls here for us, too.
Yeah, she's stitching Love Girls here, but just, you got to talk while I do this, because I can't do 2 things at once.
I can start showing some of my acquisition.
Yeah, start talking about it.
Freaking stash acquisition. So now that I got my bug back and I'm not puking anymore, I have gone crazy. Of course, I go through these phases. You guys have seen my phases, right? I went through my bag phase, my project bag phase. I'm back to a cross-stitch fabric phase. So I have a bunch, but let me show you what I got. So I bought these. These were kind of just a basket filler from Rolanda. Again, she's on Etsy. And every Thursday or Wednesday, she did one of these pastimes. She puts up fabric. And she does a lot of thread. I'm not into collecting threads.
Let me show them this real quick.
Which I don't know why. So many of my friends collect threads. I don't know what to do with just random threads. Like, I know you can substitute things, but I don't change a whole lot in my patterns. So I want to buy some her threads because they're absolutely beautiful, but I feel like I'd just hoard them. I wouldn't know what to do with them. I mean, I hoard my fabric, but at least I have a purpose for them,
So with this one, sorry,
but they're really pretty.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
If you want to get a jump, if you like the monthly designs, or if you haven't even seen them yet, you can get a jump on May now, which I really like this one. This is very folk art inspired.
This is my favorite.
There's a little bee in there, a little bee butt.
Oh, balls. What did you do?
Good thing there wasn't anything on there. So there's a little bee butt on there. Look at his little legs
cute.
sticking out of there.
I love him.
But I really like the bird.
She didn't stitch on yet?
I was just so inspired by bird houses when I was doing this one. I was like, I have to do a bird house. But look at the little bird. There's a little ladybug. Anyway, so you can get a jump on that one. And we are going to be putting... Listen, Cassandra says I like to overpromise. I want to say the rest of them are coming out this year. I'm going to try. I got a little carried away with like how much I was putting into them. When I started them, I was doing them really simple. And then I just they got out of control.
It's really hard for Aaron to do really simple stuff.
It really is.
Here's the thing.
It's hard, man.
And I'll just be honest with you. Between the stitch along and those monthlies, you will have no time for anything else. No time for anything else.
Watch me. Watch me go.
I just know how much time you take on your patterns. So.
And
I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Okay.
So the rest of those hopefully coming out. I will start with June. June's
Scissors.
next up on deck.
Scissors. They're really cute. Look, they have a little curved point. Okay.
And I really have stuff that I want to tell you guys, but I don't know if I'm going to do it, so I can't say it. For the thing I was showing you.
What?
All my ideas.
I don't remember any of that.
It's not a design. It's something else.
Okay.
I can't say about it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I really want to know everybody's opinion, but I can't tell them because if I don't do it and I talk about it, everybody's going to be all pissed off.
Okay, freaking Evelyn. I praise Evelyn's crafts so much. So I love...
This video is not
Easter.
sponsored by Evelyn Crafts.
It is not. Freaking Evelyn, she makes cute little... let's see, put it here.
Dude, we're thugs, man. This is an hour and 6 minutes up in here.
We just talk. I'll try to be quick. She makes these cute little things, and I had said, oh, Evelyn, or she had seen my last video and said how I love Easter. So a week before Easter, she puts these up. She's also a thug because I don't know if she heard, but my favorite color is green. And she literally made a blonde Easter girl with an Easter basket wearing green. If that wasn't a plan, I don't know what was.
Seems targeted to me.
I feel like I was targeted, and I welcome it. No, for real, I about peed my pants when I saw this. And I've said this, but oh my gosh.
Is that because you're excited or because the baby's pushing on your bladder?
Probably a little bit of both, but she is the cutest thing. She's holding a little egg. Anyways, I'm a little sad because I didn't get it until... Did I get it yesterday? No, I got it. Yeah, I got it yesterday. Wednesday. Yeah. I didn't get it until Wednesday, which was a couple days after Easter. And I am not one to love stitching a holiday after it's passed. Like it was really hard for me to finish.
We're lucky she got the Easter tree.
Yeah, because once the holiday's done, I'm done with the holiday. I don't want to think about it until a couple months before it the next year. So I'm not going to be using this needle minder until next year, but I'm really excited that it's there because this is freaking the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's so cute.
You can't even see like...
Sorry, we're used to our camera the other way.
You can't even see the amazing detail in here really because it's blurry.
She has a plaid green dress on.
Her eyes, like they're so tiny, and the lips, like
she's so tiny.
It's really good.
And like her basket's even like basket woven. Yeah. Like she even weaved the basket with clay.
Look at the little hat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the details. Evelyn does such cute things.
Yeah, she does good work, man.
Evelyn, if you watch this one, I'm highly obsessed with this. Like I'm dying. I'm dead. I've officially died.
I really
stick her right there.
The craft, man, because that is a lot of work.
Cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay, so I bought that. The rest is all from Rolanda again because Rolanda...
Is this the haul portion of the video?
Oh, no, I have some from Oksana. Okay, anyways, so I haven't bought project bags in a while. I bought these just, again, as a basket filler. I thought they were cute. These are made from recycled water bottles. So that was,
That's cool.
So I like to travel, whatever, but this is good for holding my markers and crap and needles and whatever.
I didn't even know you got those, man. Probably a lot more stuff. I should probably just not even worry about it.
You should just not watch. Just don't watch. And what sucks is this lighting's the worst, so these aren't going to show that well. Okay, so these are all from Rolanda. This is an Opal Lugana.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And I'm going to say it's less modeled in real life. A little bit less modeled. So there's that one, which is amazing. Love it. Can I just say, You all know who've watched our channel before. I loathe Ada. I hate Ada. Ada, though, it dyes so beautifully. So this last Thursday, Rolanda had loaded Ada fabrics because she usually rotates. So she loaded Ada fabrics.
You were
What
dying?
do you know about me being like, I can stitch something on Ada just so I could buy one of those fabrics because...
Did you buy it?
No. I was going to. I was like, oh my gosh. I showed it to you. I said, would this not be killer? And you looked at it with like a mermaid. Anyway, so I didn't buy it because I know I wouldn't stitch on Ada, but holy freaking crap. Ada just dyes beautifully. Okay, this is an, I don't know if it's Alma or Alma. Who knows? Tomato. It's Cassandra, not Cassandra. Don't call me Cassandra. Okay, anyway, so that's this. Look how cool that one is. Isn't that pretty? Again, a lot less modeled in real life. A lot less modeled.
Yeah, but really cool.
Really? Yes.
Like the look of the modeling is really cool.
But this fabric dyes so good. And we actually had to talk about this because this only comes in 16 by 9 pieces. And I was going to actually message her.
How about you let me put them back?
Okay. I was actually going to message her and say, why don't you have a bigger piece? Because I would want to stitch. Like I said, I like to stitch bigger pieces. I was going to ask her why she doesn't have bigger cuts of this. And then she answered it for me. So. Anyways, there's another Alma, however you want to say it. Look at this. Woo! Kind of the same look as that other one, but this is a lot more green.
Ooh, baby.
Dude, it's so much less modeled in real life, which is fine, but it's such a pretty, so pretty. Okay. This one is gorgeous.
We got to have a system here because she has so much.
This is again, this is just a plain Lugana. Let's see what colors this one shows up as.
Awesome.
Isn't that awesome? I know, when I see these pictures, I'm like, oh. But see how much less aggressive it is?
Yeah.
Like,
it's really aggressive on the camera.
It's really aggressive on the camera. That's why I keep saying it's a lot less modeled, because I found that I was buying fabrics. This is for the past years. I was buying fabrics because I was personally drawn to them and I liked them. But when it was all said and done, it was too busy for me to put a design on it because it would totally take away from the design. And these are showing so modeled, and they're not as modeled as on the kit. They're showing really aggressive is what I mean. They're not as aggressive in real life. All of these would be fantastic for any design. But like the more aggressive the fabric, I feel like, well, you can only do like our mermaid, like just like a single color type of, not the dark queen, because that's hashtag not a mermaid stitch along. But like our curious mermaid pattern where it's like just like one color. P.S. That's another one I wanted you to do.
We both thought the same thing. That's already in the works, man.
Another one of one like a curious mermaid. Okay, this is an Opal Lugana.
I want to do a few of those because I feel like there's a lot of good ideas there.
Yeah.
In the old curious mermaid department.
Okay, these two are very similar, so I'll probably just show one of them. But one was a Lugana, and I think one was a linen. And I had to buy both because I'm a hoarder of fabrics. So
I've been really wanting to do
one's a 32 count Lugana, and the other one's a 28 count Lugana. This is a very like blue. This was just to me like a wintry type of fabric. Very cold looking sky, like pretty blue. So same one. That's like the same look to it. I'm not done yet. Just in case you're
what?
I have 4 more fabrics to show.
Me?
There's another one of those dang Almas or Almas, however you say it. Again, it's Cassandra, not Cassandra.
Don't tell me how to talk.
This one. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Don't these dye so beautifully. That fabric is so...
You're cruising right along here.
I know. Okay, one more from Rolanda.
What are these? These are all like 32 count or what? 28?
28, 32.
All right.
I don't have a preference between the two. The only thing I hate stitching on that is a 28 or 32 count is 32 count Opal Lugana. I feel like the holes are tiny and I feel like I'm ripping the fabric apart. So that's the only thing I don't love stitching on, but I'll still buy it if it's a pretty piece of fabric. I'll buy it. This is a 28 count Opal Lugana.
Just because you got to have it, am I right?
Okay, this, I had a piece of...
Tell me.
Ametrine
What do you got?
from Silk Weaver. And I bought it and it reminds me so much of this piece. And I loved that piece so much, I bought another piece of it, but it dyed nothing like, because you know, everything's hand dyed. So then I tried again and I bought another piece. And again, it was nothing like this piece of ametrine that I had initially from Silk Weaver. So I've tried to get another type of piece like my initial ametrine.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to get it. This reminds me of ametrine. So I was super excited when she posted that. My piece of ametrine didn't have this brighter blue in it, but it is a lot of this like kind of lighter greenish, kind of purpley.
That's
oh my
cool.
gosh, this is so pretty. And again, it blends a lot better in real life. It looks very aggressive on camera. It's not. Okay.
You're aggressive.
The last thing I bought was,
camera.
I've talked about her before. She's on one of like the stash unloading sites. Her name is Oksana Lopatina. And so she posts every couple days. She has very like non-aggressive fabrics. Anyway, she did like an Easter one, and
which are my favorite.
it was like pink and purple and yellow. My piece didn't have a lot of purple in it.
See, that's nice.
Yeah. See, Aaron, this is what Aaron would want me to stitch everything on, because he really doesn't like a overly modeled piece.
Well, it takes over the design.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, is I used to buy a lot of fabric that would overpower. I think that, like, Rolanda's stuff, I think is great. I don't think it's too overpowering. But he wants, like, no modeling at all. Except
A little
like
bit.
This. So, anyways, I bought that one. That was one
nice.
of her Easter ones, Oksana's. And then this one is also another one of... I was just like, well, I can't have one fabric traveling in the postal system. It'll get lonely.
Well, the Dark Queen has a good amount of modeling. I don't think she's too aggressive, and she has quite a bit.
Yeah, she does. Okay, anyway, so here's the other one of Oksana's that I bought, because it couldn't, my Easter one couldn't go. See, that's perfect. I feel like you would think this is perfect.
Yeah, that is perfect.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's Oksana's. So that's all I've acquired this
There's
month.
just enough to, like, complement the design. There you go.
There you are.
That should,
That
in
you
my opinion,
really
be the
don't
goal.
like a model,
Complement,
overly modeled fabric.
like, what is going on, because the stitching needs to be the focus.
Okay, but
And then
I don't think I've ever done something, unless you just haven't told me.
What?
I've never done a project where you think something's been overly, the fabric's been overly aggressive.
Well, you also kind of asked me, like, oh, just in general?
Yeah.
Even like your Mirabilias?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even before.
Well, you, I guess maybe you just pick fabric well. Maybe you kind of feel the same way a little bit. Who knows? That's all you wanted was a compliment?
We need to end because I need a snack.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Cassandra needs to feed her and the child.
Yes.
So, but that's what we got going on. It's quite a long video anyway. So, maybe we split it in two. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But so that's what we got going on. I'm not even gonna tell you we're gonna do a video.
I'm overpromise. I'm telling you, it's your thing.
What we do is appreciate you hanging out with us.
We do.
And
Supporting us,
chatting with us,
Yes.
hanging out with us. We are very grateful. And we hope you are well. Hope you are having a nice spring. It's spring.
Spring.
It is spring.
It is.
And it is amazing. Here in the States, anyways. Here in the Western Hemisphere. Is that
Sure.
okay? Anyway,
I'm
you guys are
thinking
amazing.
That fat boy is sitting there in the freezer waiting for me to consume it.
Ice cream sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I
we
love
hope you're well.
fat boys.
Thanks for visiting with us. Take care, and we will definitely see you on the next video.
Bye, guys.